So I think the reason may be is because it might need to be blessed and highly favored and given the okay as to why it's not streaming on Facebook. But I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. However, comma, let's go ahead, get into it, talk about it, get about it. I'm your host, Captain of the Hooligan Express, one hat of this podcast, Tornado McCray. What's happening, Tar Heel Nation? Y'all know we are here, we are back, and we are live. And
well, look at that.
That gentleman over there. Wait, what?
HD's officially going.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold up. Is this breaking?
As of 9 minutes ago, per Pete Thamel, Hubert Davis will not return as North Carolina's head coach.
Oh, happy! Oh, happy day! Oh, happy day! When Jesus won. When Jesus what? Oh Lord, hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
He said, "What he do?"
Hubert Davis is gone. Where's Sloth? I don't care. I'm excited. I don't know. You're not gonna stop me in this excitement. After that abysmal and after the way I felt last week, you are not gonna stop me.
Hey,
no,
hey, we got a whole thing for this.
I don't care.
Give it a couple. Let us get past the intro.
No, that is great news. I didn't see that.
Sir, I didn't either. I just saw it just now.
Exactly.
You saw it at the same time.
Why are you stopping my excitement?
Because there's a whole thing we got for this. Hold on.
No.
All I'm telling you to do is pause for like 15 seconds.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's a process to this.
There's not. You're going to sit there. You're going to stop. You're going to stop.
Anyway, yo, what's good? What's happening? How you living?
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly, Captain.
Peacocks don't fly. Sit down. And test my biology knowledge if you want to.
I mean, they do glide.
They don't fly.
They glide for 6 seconds.
They fall with style.
Is that not flying?
And you know who else falls with style? Chickens.
I mean, chicken attacks.
If you throw them. Roosters attack. Chickens just kind of wait and see what happens. But anyway, the reason why I was saying, hold on for a second. It was let's talk about it.
Where'd you get that?
Because that's what we're here for. Don't worry about where I got it. Just know I got it.
No. Since you made me calm down, where'd you get that?
Just know I got it.
No, where'd you get it? Why? Why on God's green earth?
The internet.
I'm sick and tired of you. Let's talk about it. I'm sick and tired of you, sir. Oh man.
Not on my watch.
But
not on my watch.
This for real. Let's talk about what. So, because initially, before this news broke, what was about to be talked about was Hubert Davis's future with North Carolina. Because, in my opinion, he should have been fired.
I called and I said he should have been fired after last week.
Oh, we all agreed. He should have been fired after last week. And I think what made it even better. Was so did everybody else.
The powers that be heard
the same thing. And I believe, because let me see if I can find it. I don't know.
Can I celebrate now? Can I be hyped?
Yes, set loose. You are free to move about the cabin.
Hey, we got that man up out of here, y'all. We got that man Hubert Davis up out of here. thank the Lord in heaven. Hubert Davis, you made me look stupid 4 months ago because I vouched for you, sir. I said we had time. I said in January we still had a chance. You had a chance to turn it around. And then as time went on, as everything went
I'm thinking
down,
Brad Stevens, Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith ain't coming to coach. Kenny Smith got too good of a thing on TV.
he might if his son's
Not
there.
worth
I don't know if he's been coaching his son.
Kenny's not coming to coach his son. He's not going to do it.
But
he's gonna do the same way Shaq did. Because Shaq could have easily went somewhere and coached his kid. Shaq ain't gonna do it.
I don't see Shaq
Shaq ain't even train his kids at home.
Shaq too goofy. But I'm saying this man.
UNC Charlotte hired Wes Miller.
This man, for the better part of the last 4 to 5 months, really showcased and showed me what kind of coach he was. And for those of y'all who pointed it out earlier in the season before I got on the bandwagon of, he has to go, y'all are the smart ones. Y'all saw the writing on the wall before I did. And I will give you kudos where kudos is given, especially Sloth. Sloth was telling us this back in December. He is the first one, at least on this channel. I can flat out say,
this is what I think. Yeah, this is what I think was the final nail in the coffin. These clips right here.
Did you sense that your team got a little bit tired there?
I did not. I didn't.
Hubert, why did you go to just a 6-man rotation in the second half?
Because that was my decision.
Duh.
Coach, what do you think went wrong?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Hubert, the free throws again, as you mentioned, a little bit of an issue tonight. Why do you think that was such an issue for your team throughout the season?
That's a great question. I mean, we work on them.
Couldn't be working on them.
Is that the last clip? Let me tell you from a PR standpoint. Let me tell you real quick. As a guy who used to work in PR, as a guy who understands command messaging, and a guy who understands the messaging that needs to be said, when your coach asks you, what do you think went wrong? And he says, what do you mean? As Kyle pointed out in the comment section, when your response to a question is not, you don't even go into a canned message that you already have prepared off the top of your head. You go into, that's a great question. Then proceed not to really answer the question at all and circumvent it and just say, well, we practiced them. Sir, I would hope. But by the way that sounds, no, you did not. Not in any capacity did you give me an answer worthy of a coach. You said, why do we go to a 6-man rotation? That was my decision. As my co-host statedly pointed out, duh. Why did you do it? Please articulate the logic that you use to stick to this 6-man rotation and play people 30-plus minutes, including a guy who has played 30-plus minutes for God knows how long, for the last month and a half, and has only put up one game where he put up 20 points in the last 2.5 months. And y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't have to say a name, but I know what number he does. It's a half of 88. I can tell you that. It's half of 88. I can tell you that. Shouldn't be playing. Should not be here. But that's what you want to give me as a PR canned response. You attend and you are the coach of the University of North Carolina's basketball team. I don't care who and what you are. The simple fact of the matter, you speak with eloquence when you go up on that stand. And you sit there and you at least give a somewhat decent, deep response. You could have said, it was my rotation. I felt as though our team was doing pretty solid. And honestly,
he said, I heard his son cleared all UNC stuff off of social media yesterday.
I wouldn't blame him. So, you could have gave a whole better response than this, bro. You gave me a short answer of a kid that's in trouble and knows it and don't care.
I got words.
We going explicit with this? Because I was holding back.
I got words.
I was holding back.
I got words. I had to put the warning up there for everybody.
Oh, because
So-
if we're doing that, please give me another. You know what? I'll save that for my Tar Heel takeaway later. You know what? I got that. I can be good. I'll save it for later.
So first things first. First things first. When asked, did you notice your players getting tired? And you said you did not. Motherfucker, how? How in the world did you, as a coach, sit there and watch your players Trimble and Vasar explicitly, who played 42 fucking minutes, and you thought they weren't getting tired? You ain't see them walking up the court. You ain't see them holding their hips. You ain't see them going, oh, God. You ain't see none of that. And you had your glasses on, so how'd you miss it? They are not even 20 feet away from you. How the fuck did you miss it? Second of all, when asked, why did you go to a 6-man rotation, and you say that's my fucking decision? Of course it's your fucking decision, dumbass. You're the coach. Of course it's your decision. They didn't do it on their own. They didn't tell you let's just go to 6-man. You've been doing dumb shit like this all fucking season. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you think went wrong? Sir, everything went wrong. There was no adjustment. You blew a 19-point lead. You decided to go to a 6-man rotation when you definitely didn't need to do that. Because guess what? You know what else went wrong? You left Bogovac in for 32 fucking minutes to score 5 points. 6 points, my bad. When you got Zayden High, who was in for 7 and scored 4 in 7. So you telling me the guy who was already producing more than the guy that you left in for 32 minutes, you gave him 7 minutes? Then you gave Powell 20? What the fuck are we doing? Then you expected to keep your job after a first-round knockout to VCU? No respect to them. No disrespect to them.
This is post-Shaka Smart VCU.
Not even then. No disrespect to VCU because they played their ass off. They came in and showed that they wanted to win a game. You got a team who on paper is better than VCU, who on the court could absolutely be better than VCU. You decided for some reason to keep your faith in a man who in the last month and a half down the most important stretch of the season has showed you nothing but dog shit. And you thought, yes, he's the pick. He gave you 1 20-point game. That is his best game the entire season. He hasn't gotten anywhere close to that all season long. Then when it mattered, he still hasn't shown up. The person who's been showing up for you for the last month and a half was the guy you gave 7 minutes to. 7 minutes. We would have matched up better against Florida than VCU did. At least Vasar got a little bit more height than what they had. At least you would have had another big man down low had you played Zayden High. You'd have been better in rebounding.
Because don't Florida got that 7'9" dude?
The 7'9" dude.
Yeah, we would have been better.
Who just slow rolled his way to, I think, 15 points. I don't even know what the point total. I didn't even care.
Here's the bad part. That man ain't even a starter.
Ain't even a star. He's a rotational piece. Wasn't even starting. Then on top of that, you have your team has had the most abysmal free throw shooting that North Carolina has seen in years. And all you can say is we worked on them. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Clearly you ain't worked on them enough, because guess what? If you know your free throw shooting is a problem and is what's keeping you from winning games, especially in big moments like that, in OT, where 2 free throws would have won you the game or at least tied it. There was no emphasis on making sure your free throws counted this year. There was none, because you relied so much on Caleb Wilson to carry your team and put up double doubles all season long that you put no emphasis on actually coaching the team to be better. None. There was no actual emphasis on making sure that the team was prepared to be able to perform at the peak without him. You did not set them up for that. Seth Trimble tried to come through. Vasar tried to come through down the stretch. Stevenson tried to come through. But when you had no structure into making sure that team performed at its best, guess what happened? You blow leads. That's why you lost to Clemson in the ACC tournament. That's why you lost to VCU in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That's why you got blown out by Duke at the last game, the second game against Duke, because you made no adjustments. You sat there and looked at the same thing happen all game long and did jack shit to fix it. You don't care. If you don't want to be here, then pack your stuff and then go. Unfortunately, you ain't got the choice now. They told you you're done. North Carolina is tired of you. The fans are tired of you, because at this point, we are tired of looking mediocre. I don't care what the expectation was. The expectation was that you know of, that you were with the coach of, that set the expectation for years behind. You knew what the expectation was when you took this job. You knew what your job was supposed to be. You got lucky that the system was still in place when you won that championship the first time. That first year you came in and won that championship, luckily enough, the system was still there. But as soon as that system was gone, you got exposed for the last 4 years. Nothing but exposed.
You ain't never lied, bro.
And it's sad. It's sickening. Sickening, because you have players with good. You have the talent. You have the talent, but you don't use none of it. How in the world are you gonna have that? You have a bench that could honestly have been good. Sure, you had a couple of pieces that were a bit of duds, but once again, had you coached it properly, Kyrie Evans would have been a good rotational piece. Had you coached it properly, Zayden Howe would have got shine way earlier in the season than when he got it. It took Caleb Wilson going down for you to even give him minutes.
And to be honest, he probably wouldn't have got no burn in the tournament had Caleb Wilson not broke his hand.
No burn. He absolutely would have got no burn. He would have got 2 minutes in garbage time. Then when you do put him in, it's at the end of the game where it is literal make or break. He should have been gone. He should have been out there the whole second half, or at least the last 10 minutes, at least. But we're not talking about that anymore, are we? Because we're not in the tournament.
Nope.
Because once again, like the record has constantly shown, we got out rebounded and outscored in the paint and out free throw shot.
And blew another lead.
And blew another lead when we were up 19 points going into the second half. They went on a 19-5 run. Explain that to me.
I wish I could. However, here's the bad part. The bad part about it all is this happened, as you so eloquently put it out, my friend, multiple times throughout the year. Multiple times. This wasn't a first time incident of like, oh, you know what? VCU just caught fire at the right time. No. This has happened on a number of occasions. This happened in the second Duke game where we were actually up and had a lead and then just lost it. This happened against Clemson, as you pointed out, not only in the ACC tournament where we lost. This happened in the regular season Clemson game where they came back and almost beat us. Like, this isn't normal. This isn't anything. This isn't anything abnormal. That's what I meant to say. It's not abnormal. It's not just out of the blue. It's not just something that just randomly happened. All year, you've been beating teams because, one, you had Caleb Wilson, and two, you just had more talent. But the bad part is you didn't know how to use that talent to its full potential. You never knew how to use this talent to the full potential because you kept sticking to the things that weren't working. You kept sticking to this defense that didn't want to contest threes. You kept sticking to this defense that just does not know how to rebound. You kept sticking with Luka Bogovic on the court. You stuck with this all season. You just stuck with that. And thought, you know what, it will work.
Timeouts with the draw up plays that never developed. Then that's another thing. Then the play calling. You're out here running the same play all game long. You don't do anything.
Honestly, Cobb, I think
Kenny Smith. So I know Caleb. I don't think
Caleb
Caleb living.
stays.
I
I
think
think
he
Caleb
stays.
stays. If Davis stayed, Caleb goes. I think Caleb's going to give whoever comes in next a shot, especially if it is a Brad Stevens. Especially if it is, let's say, because I know we were talking about it and it's on the docket. We can get into a Billy Donovan if he decides to come back to college. He says he leaves the pro, come back to college. I'm frustrated because this year just showcased.
I actually stand corrected. We didn't get out rebounded this game. We actually out rebounded them 44-39.
Okay. This season just showed me.
Because we looking at it all the way down the board, we pretty much outperformed them in almost everything but the abysmal 3-point shooting, which is another major problem, which is the big outside of the free throw shooting, the biggest problem. We are not a 3-point shooting team. You are a little bit to me.
Okay. Because even on my computer, I'm lagging a little bit. I don't like that.
It's a top 5 pick, no way in hell.
All right, there we go.
You back at it now.
All right, there we go. Here's my thing.
Yeah, we shot 28%. 8 of 29 from 3-point. Why are we shooting 3 points? Why? Because we outscored them in the paint 34 points to 32.
Because here's the
we
thing.
Out rebounded.
I'm gonna tell you if this is a crazy thought concept, bro. And you know me, I put out my petition to be the coach of UNC. I'll take that pressure. Let me tell you if this would have made your eyes like light up, or if you thought this could have worked. You ready? With this rotation right here, you put in Seth Trimble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dixon,
Mm-hmm.
Wilson at the 3, High, and Vasar at the 4 and the 5. Let Wilson go to work from that mid, and on offense, let Wilson go to work from the mid-range and the wing, whereas Zayden, High, and Vasar are essentially rebound cleanup. Set those pick and rolls to where Trimble can go downhill. Let Caleb Wilson have his mid-range on one wing, Dixon on the other. Do you think that could have been something that worked?
Absolutely.
And then
even if Wilson's not there, even if we remove Wilson from the lineup, let's say he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Even if we went with Trimble, Dixon, Stevenson, High, and Vasar, that would have worked. Because guess what? We've seen it work. They did it for the whole month and a half. Outside of those games where he just pulled High from the starting lineup, when High started, it worked.
Who's Maximo?
I want Mark Few. What about Maximo?
I'm drawing a blank. Who's Maximo? I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, first time I've heard that name.
I'm drawing a blank, Cobb. If you could put that in there, I'll gladly look it up, man. I'm just drawing a blank because I'm just looking at it like, bro, there are so many different ways.
Maximo, that's a soccer coach.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, the commit. Okay, I got you now. Okay, I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. I didn't. I ain't know either.
I was drawing a complete blank.
And since we know we on the coaching situation topic, right? So we have gone. I went out and looked. This is the list of the most, I guess, highest potential coaches that possibly could replace him.
Okay, so side note, Maximo was that 6'7", 5-star small forward from Sierra Canyon that we got. That's coming in.
Oh, nice.
Like honestly,
so he's average. He doesn't have to be great.
I don't need
if he ends up being a good role piece. If he ends up being a good role piece to fit in with the rest, with whatever stars or leaders that you got on the team, perfect. That's what Zayden High was. Zayden High wasn't a star. He wasn't a big standout guy. He was pretty average, but he was great at rebounding. He was another big body. that was going to attract attention.
Here's another reason why I don't need him to be great, right? Here's another reason why. For example, one team that is always good in basketball, even though they don't always have like a star name that you immediately think of on the team, Gonzaga. Think about that. Name me a Gonzaga star off the top of your head. The only one I can tell you is Adam Morrison off the top of my head. Gonzaga always has a good, do they pick good basketball recruits? Absolutely. We're not going to sit there and lie about it, right? Like, Gonzaga's a good basketball school. They always pick good recruits, but they don't have a star. Like, they don't have like a star, like a Diabonsa, a Cam Boozer, a Caleb Wilson. They don't have that. But they have really good players or really average to good role players who fit together in a system and always make it work.
USC needs better than average, at least 3 players. And the bad thing is we had that this year. We had better than average. We had the 3, Vasar, Wilson, and Trimble. And even then, when Wilson went down, we still, like, Stevenson was still showing up. So we had 3 better than average, but you don't use the rotation to fit the people.
How you rotate and how you coach them will tell you what players you got.
The coaching
because
failed.
if you have the right system, if you adapt your system to your player's skill set, they will be great. Rather than trying to force the players you got to fit your coaching system.
The next coach needs to get better after point guard Deontay Neal, Mr. in North Carolina basketball, and 2 times Gatorade Player of the Year. Needs to go after Deontay Neal. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm cool with that.
So as the list goes, and this is list according to CBS Sports, Sports Illustrated, and I think it's the Tar Heel blog. So the list that we have as of right now. So Mark Few wins with nothing. He's a great damn coach. And if he is, whoever has Mark Few ain't gonna let him go. So what they got right now.
But can they pay him? Because money will make a coach walk real quick. Because that's just what happened to. So I want to say, the Prairie View head coach. I think he just got an upgrade job after.
It is what it is.
Winning the first 4 up here.
It is what it is. But then again, Mark View's at Gonzaga. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, he ain't leaving Gonzaga. He ain't leaving Gonzaga.
So right now,
but he ain't leaving.
Right now, the possible candidates is they think possibly Jay Wright, bringing him out of retirement. Nate Oates from Bama, who's done a good job with what he's got in Bama.
Why did I still think
they think Mark Byington from Vandy, who's also done a good job. Todd Golden from Florida, who at this point, from what I've seen, seems to be the favorite.
The Florida head coach?
Todd Golden. Scott Drew from Baylor. TJ Otzelberger from Iowa State. Dusty May from Michigan. Billy Donovan of the Chicago Bulls. Some alumni like Sean May, Jerry Stackhouse, Marcus Page, Jeff LeBeau.
That Iowa State coach would be a good pull. That man got them as a 2 seed this year. Balling.
Yeah.
And that Iowa State coach would be a pull, boy.
So they think, if I say Marcus Page, Jeff LeBeau, or King Rice. Now they have the UNC family probably as the lowest ranked on the possibility of getting the job. Kenny Smith never came up in conversation. Kenny Smith is not coming to coach his son. I don't see it happening. I don't think
he wants to. I don't think he wants to do that because of what he's seen Dion and Shador go through. Yeah. I don't think he wants to do that.
I don't think he wants all that heat for no reason. And then you got Grant McCasland from Texas Tech, or possibility Brad Stevens from the Celtics, president of basketball operations.
YouTube says, I agree that Iowa State. I'm saying, bro, because I'll be the first to admit, I ain't never known Iowa State to be good in basketball like this.
Oh, at all.
Iowa State has been balling, boy.
If I had to pick my top 5 favorites for this, it would be Otzelberger from Iowa State, Todd Golden from Florida, Nate Oates from Vandy, Byington from Vandy, or possibly Donovan from the Bulls.
Says I love Kenny Smith, but he may be another HD.
I don't even think it's going to be like that. I just don't think.
I think it's just the unnecessary heat because of the simple fact of if he coaches his son, right? Like let's throw this scenario. He coaches his son as the son comes in. Then he goes out and he gets, let's say he gets Deontay Neal. Like he goes out, he coaches his son, he gets and everything, so on and so forth. Now you got a problem. Like if Kenny Smith's son goes out and craps an egg, but still gets.
Yeah, but that was years ago. Like they had that one good run. I know what you're talking about too. They had that one good run, and then we haven't heard nothing about Iowa State since.
If Kenny State goes out and his son goes out there and his son craps an egg, like a Bogovac, right? And I'm not wishing that upon the young man. But he craps an egg like a Bogovac, but is still getting a lot of minutes. What is the narrative going to be pushed? That he's favoring his son. Then, not only that, if his son comes in and Kenny doesn't play his son at all, even though his son is better, now it's going to look bad because it's like, you're not playing him because I'm your son?
Right. So it's a double-edged sword on that. And then on top of that, so we need a little cousin. So we need a little cousin to faint coach. That spit when he talks in the huddles. That part.
I
like the other thing
who got that. Who's just like I get keeping your composure, but sometimes, bro.
Also, I'm pretty sure you're Cobb's wife, right? If you are, one, thank you for the sub. I saw that earlier. We greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate you.
Shout out.
But yeah, so because my thing is, I think one with Kenny Smith, I think if Kenny Smith wants to coach anything, it's literally just him coaching his son on his own. I think like it's what he wants to be one of those things like, okay, my son can call me up and get advice. And if he wants to watch some film at home with me and him, we can go over film to help improve his game specifically. But he's not going to be out here. And on top of that, with the TV contract, no, we're not going to be able to match that.
Make 16 million analyst where he co-hosts. Like, remember, he is a co-host. He's not even the main host. He is a co-host.
Because what's his name next to him, the main host?
Ernie's technically the main host.
Ernie Johnson's currently.
Then Kenny, then Shaq, and then Charles. Side note, Charles Barkley has lost a lot of weight, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I saw Charles the other day. I said, yo, he got skinny.
Yeah, that bobblehead looked crazy.
Anybody? we sure he not sick? Like, I don't want to wish that upon him.
It's probably that Ozempic G1 thing or whatever that was.
What, GLP-1?
The GLP-1 thing that Serena Williams is on. Wouldn't be crazy that old players would come back to play after HD gone. It wouldn't be. It would not be crazy. So yeah, because like I said, that's my top picks. It
is her. It is Mrs.
Yeah,
Cobb. It is the Mrs. We got the whole family here.
So yeah, I'm thinking Oates, Byington, Golden, Otzelberger, or heck, really even Dusty May from Michigan, because even Michigan has done great in basketball this year. Like we have a bunch of programs that have turned around and looked great. Because like I said, Bama has been so much better at basketball over the last 3 seasons. I didn't even expect Bama to even be.
That's who was Bama's coach, Avery Johnson. They were. I remember. I thought he was still coaching them, but now they got rid of him.
Nate Oates.
They got rid of him.
Yeah, because as far as I've seen on all the articles that I've seen and blogs and all that, Todd Golden is like the number 1 potential guy.
That lets you know I don't pay attention to Alabama basketball.
Once again, like you said, when they showed up and made it dang near to the national championship 2 seasons ago, or won the national championship 2 seasons ago, I was shocked and dismayed.
If we could convince Brad Stevens, man, like I said, Brad is one of those pools where he has the basketball mind, but I don't think you're going to be able to. I don't think you're going to be able to convince Brad because of that executive position. I think he still has with the Celtics, and he's still there in that executive spot.
He's still president of basketball operations with the Celtics.
Okay, yeah, you ain't going to be able to pull him from that.
So Malloy Smith, the 3-star guard in the 2026 class, committed to UNC basketball on Friday. 6'6" senior from Mater D. Okay.
Hey, listen. The only
Yeah,
thing
that's
I have,
interesting.
the only thing I have though, and I know they brought it up too. What's the fallout of these commits? Are they still going to stay, or are some of them going to switch up? Because you and I know how the commit game goes. Some players commit for a specific coach and will go follow that coach.
Come to UNC. I was like, listen, it's possible, Jack, because Vandy's still in the game. Vandy's still in the tournament.
I'm gonna say this Tar Heel job, truth be told, even though it seems like it's a bad spot because of the way Davis left, this Tar Heel job is going to be one of the hottest commodity jobs that a lot of coaches are going to want.
Especially and once again, I think we talked about it last week. When it comes down to bringing in recruits, one of your biggest selling points, and even bringing in coaches, one of your biggest selling points is your rivalry against Duke. It's one of the most coveted basketball rivalries in the country.
I ain't even gonna say in college basketball, North Carolina and Duke is the number one rivalry. I don't care who you are. You have the prestige to sit there and talk about Tobacco Road week in and week out. You come in as a coach, and let's say this, another buy-in point. Let's say you can get Caleb Wilson to buy in along with all the recruits you already got coming in. You get Caleb Wilson to say, all right, I'll come back. You have a squad ready to rock and roll once you get here. You're not having to do much.
It's about to say it's UNC. UNC shouldn't be worried about who leaves, which is also true.
You shouldn't. However, we ain't gonna sit there and act like Hubert Davis has not left a sour taste in the mouth to where you kind of got to be worried about who leaves.
I would say be upset. Worried, no, but upset, yes. And I stand corrected. Vandy got eliminated by Nebraska last week. They lost by 2. As of now, Brad Stevens' salary is not publicly disclosed, but he's reported turned down a $70 million offer from Indiana to remain with the Celtics.
Yeah, that man made me bank out there. That man
and HD can go coach at a D3 school.
Tell him to go to Tennessee State.
No, don't do that to them.
I just thought of the first thing that came off my head. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
He can go be an assistant. He can go be an assistant coach at Sacramento.
Wow, what Sacramento do?
I said assistant.
No, still, what's Sacramento do?
Nothing. I'm just telling you that way he can sit behind another coach and learn better skills.
You know who he needs to go learn skills from? Go learn from Gino Auriemma. Sit at the end of that bench and learn from him.
And just sit down there. Just take notes. You're not on the staff.
Like, just take notes. Go to every UConn women's game, or go to Don Staley school. Go to Don Staley, Kim Mulkey, Gino Auriemma. Learn how to actually coach. Because I will say this, and y'all can say I'm wrong or crazy for this statement. Women's basketball coaches way better at executing because they don't have players who can rely on athleticism just as much. Did he freeze, or am I tripping? Did I freeze? Hold up. Did I lag?
What's going on, man?
Okay. Did you lag that time? Or was that me?
Is it me?
On my end, you lagged. Okay. You lagged that time. You two saying you lagged that time. Oh, I think I see what happened. I think it's because it's on Facebook now.
Oh, so I see.
Well, welcome, Facebook people. How you doing?
Oh, listen, I'm like, is it me, Jesus?
But as I was saying, Chris Paul. Ooh,
I'll take Chris Paul because he wasn't that Duke game disappointed.
You know what? I would take Chris Paul. I would take Chris Paul
because he was at the last Duke and Carolina game.
Just disappointed.
So estimated salary in 2026 reported to be in the $8 million to $12 million range annually. So we could.
I'm gonna say
With
this
the right-
though. No, I'm gonna say this though. That's just the salary. Imagine what he's getting with incentives and bonuses in other areas with the Celtics. Because if he turned down a 70 mil at Indiana, and I would assume that's even if the 70 mil is total, I would assume that's what? Let's play devil's advocate. A 70 mil 10-year deal?
I'm about saying compared
70
to
mil like 7-year deal?
And compared to Davis's salary, he'd still be taking a major cut because Davis was only getting paid just below $4 million.
That's what I'm saying. But
nah,
I was saying,
I would appreciate Chris Paul coming in. So, but Indiana ain't UNC. This is also true. Indiana is not UNC.
Wait now. Indiana is not UNC, but we're not gonna sit there and act like Indiana ain't got a basketball culture like that. We not gonna sit there and act like Indiana ain't got a bad. They known as the Hoosier State for a reason, bro. Like I
don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Like we not gonna sit there. Indiana has a basketball culture. They are a known basketball culture before anything else. Because even before this past year with college football, before anything,
UNC.
I get it's UNC. What I'm saying is we're not going to act like Indiana ain't got that culture. Especially now that their football team is good too, because before I only knew Indiana for basketball. Victor Oladipo made me watch Indiana basketball when he was there.
I know the Pacers for basketball. I don't know nothing about the Hoosiers when it comes to no basketball.
Indiana State. Victor Oladipo played. That's how I knew
Indiana State.
No, he played. Victor Oladipo played at Indiana. Larry Bird's from Indiana State. Like these are things I remember about Indiana. Like
Indiana as the state may have a basketball culture, but once again, I don't know Indiana about basketball.
Bobby Knight was the Hoosiers coach for a long time.
Coach, not an experiment. I mean, I know about Bobby Knight, and good for Bobby Knight. But once again, what has Indiana done for me basketball-wise lately? Because they ain't in the tournament this year. They ain't even make it.
Oh, yeah, not this year. If you're asking like
they had to sacrifice the basketball team for the football team to be good.
I mean, it happens sometimes like that.
We
sacrifice both.
All I can say is I just hope they didn't make that Jerry Jones deal.
You heard me? We sacrifice both.
Number one rivalry is who?
Again, I get that. However, Indiana's not bad. Are they UNC level of prestige? No.
But that's the problem. That's the argument here.
But the bad part is, but here's the thing. If I want to throw on my old head cap, you could say Indiana was UNC before UNC with the Bobby Knight days and things of that nature. You could pull that if you wanted to.
And that is all well and good. That is all great. But you know what?
There this guy goes. Here this guy goes.
But you know what? According to Cobb, and according to the rest of the North Carolina fans.
What the missus say, Cobb? Does she agree? What the missus say?
North Carolina. What about Mark Jackson?
I would like Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, cool.
I still think Mark Jackson has been low-key hoed for not getting another coaching job after Golden State. Because he set that foundation. Because he set the foundation for it. Now did Steve Kerr get them over the hump? Yes.
More viewers than the Super Bowl.
I mean, what, this past Super Bowl?
Yeah. I don't think that's true.
The Duke North Carolina game had more viewers than the Super Bowl? Is that what he's saying?
Let's see here. Averaged 3.5 million viewers and peaked at 4.8.
I mean, Indiana wasn't terrible this year. They were 18 and 14. They were middle of the pack.
Yeah, we did not.
He said we got more viewers than the Super Bowl. Are you sure about that?
Nah.
Maybe during the
nah.
halftime. Hey, you heard the message. Maybe during the halftime show.
Nah, that joint had 127 million viewers, bro. We had we did not. There ain't no way.
That man said,
Cobb, once again, you know what? That was the Raider fan showing up at you. The delusion
it
just
really
just came up out of nowhere.
all right.
But your wife got you. It's all good. She know how to keep you in check.
So,
But now to the brighter side of some of this news we got, let's talk about how women be doing.
yeah, I love. Shout out to the ladies, boy. Shout out to our girls, man, because our girls been balling out. Some positive outlook here because, man, one, can we give them another round of applause for of Western Illinois? I get it's first round. They did their thing. It was a 4-13 matchup, but defeat Western Illinois 82-51. Nyla Harris led the way with a double-double, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals. Back that up with the running mate. With the running mate Lainey Grant with 15 points, going 4 from 10 for 3-point range. And then the other Nyla on the court, Nyla Brooks.
Now you call
listen. We ain't talking about that. Hold up. We're gonna get to that. Hold up.
We talking about the victories.
We talking about the victories right now. Because Nyla Brooks coming off the bench with 14 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. I love it. And then when we play Maryland, Maryland was no slouch. That was a good game. Not even gonna front.
So the ladies can hit threes and rebound, they can make a run. That's facts.
And
they've been doing it.
And here's the thing that I like about it. The Maryland game, our best player in that game wasn't the same person. Elena Arnisalo, 21.6 rebounds, 2 assists. Back that up. Lainey Grant goes and gets her a 20-piece with 4 rebounds and 3 assists.
First of all, Fresh, I'm about to mute you. Don't you come back and hit that.
and then obviously one of the engines that make this team run, Nyla Harris, again, she puts up a great performance, 14 points, 8 rebounds, doing her thing. And we are now set to face the defending champs, the UConn Huskies, on Wednesday at 5 p.m. And you know what? I'm going to be delusional. It's over. We're going to win. Their run is over. I'm going to be delusional. I'm going to be delulu till I die. Like,
and let's also point something out too. Let's also point something out here. We getting like 40 rebounds a game. 31 defensive rebounds. Now, offensively, they need to do better, especially against the Maryland team. That Maryland team, they got out-rebounded offensively 21-9.
Listen, I'm willing to be the Lulu, and
they need to get them turnovers down. We had 16 turnovers.
Just know, it is UConn.
It was hustling.
It is UConn. Y'all got to hustle every which way. Absolutely. In order to beat UConn, you cannot slouch. There are like 3 coaches where you will have to have your A game when you play against them. Absolutely. A team led by Gino Auriemma, a team led by Dawn Staley, and a team led by Kim Mulkey. You have to be on your A game when you play them.
Be on your P's and Q's. Because here's the rundown from them facing Syracuse. 56% from the field, 50% from 3-point, 69% from the free throw, 46 rebounds total, 28 assists. Jesus. 15 steals, and 13 turnovers.
And that goes into, remember what I was saying earlier
30
about
points
coaching?
in the paint, 24 off fast break. So biggest point for UConn, 1, keep them off 3-point and slow them down on fast breaks, because they run and gun like nobody's business, and they've been doing it to it. It is chef's kiss.
And here's the other thing about it too, bro.
Biggest one since the 94 team. You have to limit the second chance points against UConn. Facts. So
you have to limit the second chance points. And I'm gonna say this too. UConn's deep. They're always deep. But always. Bro, if you somehow get AZ Fudd in foul trouble, do whatever you can to get her out the game. Get her. If she gets in foul trouble early, do not stop attacking her. Get her out the game.
Don't do what Hubert Davis does and just let people to stay in the game.
No,
remove them from the game.
If she is in foul trouble early, get her out the game because yes, UConn is deep, but that is their star.
And crazy thing is
Foot is like that.
That girl put up 34 and no fouls.
I'm telling you, if you can get her in foul trouble, get her out the game, dog.
If you get AZ Foot out, Sarah Strong, and Quinones in foul trouble early, because those are their three big scorers. That last game against Syracuse, nobody else outside of Heckle, outside of those three, scored more than 8 points. Everybody else scored. The highest scorer outside of those three scored 9 points.
Listen, and I think getting all threes are a tall task.
We need better recruiting.
Just get one of them out, bro. We got the Player of the Year coming.
So we got Player of the Year. We got Kenny Smith's son coming. We got another guy coming in after that. Then on top of that, so we talked about this last week. I brought this up about what Stephen A. had to say something about this. Stephen A. said the same thing. When it comes down to getting the talent to North Carolina, it makes no sense that you are allowing these guys to go 8 minutes up the road. Makes no sense. Because once again, because you can guarantee that Duke is using the same pool of this is the best rivalry in college basketball. When we play that team down the street, you 100% will be on television. You are being seen by millions all across the country just to watch this rivalry happen. For not just bragging rights, but scouting, recruiting, all of that. If you want to be anywhere better, you either come here or go down the road, because nobody else on television is going to get you more shine than here.
If you get a double figure lead, call timeout before you get behind. Listen, if you get a double figure
when the run happens, when the run starts,
the moment the run starts, the real best coaches. If you have a double figure
in the Jordans, free Jordans.
That I ain't gonna front.
Free Jordan brand.
Hey, not even just free Jordans, free Jordan gear, like licensed Jordan gear, bro.
Free Jordan stuff everywhere. Bags, backpacks, shirts, sweatpants, shoes, hats, everything.
This man just wild now. More viewers than Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. But I'm sitting here like, bro, if you see a run like that, the greatest coaches do this. They can have a run, because I've seen Gino do this. I've seen multiple people do this. They'll have like a 17-point lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Kim Mulkey do this too, and Dawn Staley. 17-point lead. All of a sudden, team goes on a 6-0 run to cut that down to 11.
Immediate time.
Nope. They said, we ain't about to let this. Nope. Shut all that down. We ain't doing that.
We got to calm it down.
What y'all doing?
Because we losing the plot.
We losing the plot. We were up 17. Y'all letting them cut it to 11.
Because I had the same thing go on with my youngest that I coached this year. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We had moments where we probably be up like 10 points. Right. I told him, listen, we up 10. I understand it's cut us at half, but do not take your foot off their neck till that last buzzer go off. We do not care what it looked like. I don't care if we got to go to inside the 3-point line for the rest of the game. What we need to be doing from this moment on is we do not let off the gas, period. Put your foot to their neck and keep it pressed there and press harder until that last bell go off.
Right.
That last buzzer go off, then you can let up, because we done now.
Facts.
Out before then, I don't want to see nothing.
Facts. And
they shouldn't be able to breathe.
A chance to meet the greatest player. Listen, that man, he's so busy. He ain't even worried about us right now. He winning in NASCAR.
Pippen didn't go to North Carolina.
Shut up.
Do get at least 3 5-star players every year. We barely get one because the recruiting pitch is terrible. Hubert Davis hasn't put what pitch have you given? What
here's
have
the
you been
bad part.
doing to get any recruits? Like,
Here's the other thing about that though, and this is why I say Duke's formula isn't tried and true. Like getting 3-5 stars isn't always a tried and true method. Duke hasn't won a championship since doing that method. Remember the year in 2019 when they had Zion and RJ and Cameron, like all of them on the same squad, and everybody's like, yo, that is the squad to beat. And I can't even lie. It was on paper. That was the squad to beat. And they lost. Yeah, I think they made an Elite Eight or Final Four run, but they're not winning championships even with that method.
Because
the teams that are winning are these.
The thing that people get construed with the star ratings with recruits is them stars don't mean nothing. Any pro will tell you if you a 1 star, 0 star, no star, whatever you are, them stars don't mean nothing. And they don't do anything with them at all. They don't. You get all these 5 stars who are stars and will be eventually, or most of them anyway. But that's it. Some of them aren't even focused on winning championships at the college level. They just focused on looking good.
Fresh, I'm gonna say it like this. I see the statement, and I'm not mad at the statement. We want the best players. I'm gonna tweak the statement.
But sometimes
I want the best players. I'm gonna say this. I want the best players. I want the best cohesive unit of players. The best players that fit each other. If I can get a 5-star, a 4-star, a 5-star, and a 4-star, and a 3-star, and that gives me a 5-star team, bet I'm cool with that.
I agree. I want the best cohesive unit. I want the best unit on the court.
Like I want the top 100 players, but I want the best unit I can make out of that top 100.
I want the
it ain't got to be just 1 through 5.
Period. I want to be able to put that unit on the court and know without a doubt this unit here is better than anything they can put on the court today. Period. And for the rest of the season. That's what I want. That's what I want.
And then not only that,
the bad thing is we could have had something like that had the coaching been better.
And then not only that, and I think you'll agree with this too. I want the best cohesive unit that fits my style of coaching.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to pick players that don't fit how I'm coaching a team. I want the best 5 players in the top 100 or whatever that make the best unit that also execute my coaching style and make it look to perfection. Because if I run a 1-3-1 on, like, for example,
what style is that?
It's GG Jackson jump chip. Listen, what style is that? Personally, if you're asking me on defensively, I love a 1-3-1. I love a 1-3-1 defense. Like that's just me. Because to me, I was coaching like my high school, we dominated on a 1-3-1. And when you get the right people to buy into it, especially the wings, that bottom guy, when that wing and that bottom guy and that top guy, you can even hide the middleman. You can kind of hide it. Like the middleman could be your weakness, but you can kind of hide it. But that 1-3-1 where you have some dogs, that 1-3-1 is the people that are
willing. If you got guys that are willing to move and get where they're supposed to be, yeah.
You got some dogs that buy it. And then the thing about it is the way if you do a 1-3-1 right, it shifts into a 2-3 when the ball hits a wing. It shifts into a 2-3, and then as soon as it goes to the back of the top, you go into a 1-3-1. Then it goes to the wing, it's a 2-3. Then when they try to go into the corner,
3-2. Because I like a 3. I'm more partial to a 3-2 or a 1-2-2. But
I've never liked a 3-2 only because if you can get the ball, the weakness with a 3-2,
wing, grit and toughness.
To me, the thing with a 3-2, you have to have that grit and toughness and lockdown up top. If you don't have it at the top, then you're more than likely to get burnt on the backside.
So the one has to choose, yeah.
Like you're burnt on that backside. Where to me, I've liked the 1-3-1 because if I get burnt, let's say my one at the top gets burnt, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got help to his left or his right and right behind him. If my wing gets burnt, he has help to his left or right. even if they get it to the corner and my guy goes baseline, the rotation is supposed to drop down. So if he gets burnt past, now he's got a guy here and a guy on the wing.
Corners.
That's why I like a 1-3-1. But I get why people like a 3-2.
Because for me, I like the 1-2-2. The reason why I like the 1-2-2 is because it's similar to how you like the 1-3-1. If my one gets burnt, sure, the two on the corners can squeeze in, but if it kicks out to a wing, the way I end up doing mine is I adjust that back wing center of the free throw, and then the back block adjusts up.
Yeah.
So it's now middle. So it's now middle of the paint.
Yeah.
So you're not floating far enough to where somebody can get between you. Now you can make a move whatever direction you need to go. You still have one guy below, one guy up, and you still pincer that wherever you need to go.
And to answer Joe's question, he's like, Joe said earlier when he was talking about he's like, unless the team can hit three. Here's the thing, and that's another thing. When you're in that 1-3-1, right? What are the spots people like to shoot? Top, wings, corners. Those are all the 3-point zones, right? Those are all
that
the
1-3-1. It's either top or corners. And most of the time it's corners.
Here's the thing. In a 1-3-1, it's either the wing or the corner. It's either the wing or the corner. I know the 4 spots that you got to hit that from. And when you're rotating it, you're already there. If that wing is doing his job, by the time they get it over there to get to that 3, he's in his face. At least it's contested. If he's hitting, okay, but at least it's not wide open. If he tries to get it to the corner, that baseline guy, at least the way we did it, that baseline guy is already cheating to one side or the other. Because the way we had it, the baseline guys just run inside baseline to baseline. True. So by the time it gets to that corner, wing guy's like, oh, I don't have a 3, swing it to the corner. That baseline guy's already there because he can see the rotation from a mile away. He's like, he's got to go there.
Because at least he should.
He should. You want to know why? Because he can't skip it to the other corner, and he can't skip it to the other wing without it getting stolen. So you already know he's got to go there because that's the only open guy unless he wants to go back to the top of the key. So you're already easily seeing that.
1-3-1 is not bad. Like I just never like running it because the last time I ran a 1-3-1 or I was in a 1-3-1, unfortunately I was the base running guy.
And that's the thing. You have to have
go back and forth all day long.
And you know me. You know I got cardio for days. The bottom guy was perfect for me. The wings I loved, and I loved running the top. Like I ran every spot in a 1-3-1, but I will say,
I could easily run every spot. My favorite spot on any defense, I want ball up. Yeah. As soon as I have to be top of this. I don't care what anybody else say. I don't care how you feel about it. And this is back when I was actually playing ball. You two saying players just think about the NBA, and Duke has put in more players in the last 10 years. They don't do anything in the league. That's just their pitch over USC. And I was going to say something about that earlier because, when me and you and Coach were talking about it the other day, that, yeah, Duke has put in more All-Stars, more NBA players over the last several years than North Carolina has. It just is what it is, and especially the last 5 years because – once again, I don't think we've had the coaching that brings up the talent to play in the NBA and be all-stars. Unfortunately. Now, are the guys that are in the NBA doing well? Yeah, they're doing all right. They're not, once again, they're not all-star caliber level guys. They're good rotational pieces or good starting pieces, but they're not going to be the guys that are blowing up the stat line every time you see them.
Right.
Because that's not how you coach them up to be. You coach them up to be that single role guy that can do 1 or 2 things just okay or well enough to get you a couple of baskets or a couple of this and that. Because the last time we had anybody that was even close to All-Star level was Danny Green. But once again,
Kobe White been doing solid.
And Kobe White's been doing solid.
He hasn't gotten the praise he should, but depends on what the big can do. So with that too. Here's the thing. So in that situation, because we ran into a situation like that, right? The team's best player was the center. The way we handled it in our 1-3-1, we sandwiched them. So basically you had one guy, the wing would essentially be the front guy. The baseline guy would be behind. And every time they tried to rotate it, that was the thing. So even if he tried to set in front of the middle guy in the 1-3-1, like the middle of the 1-3-1, that top guy would sandwich down to make those passes harder, because now you got to put a perfect lob pass in there. You can't put it too far because the guy behind him can get it. You can't put it too far or else the guy in front of him can jump up and steal it. So you negate that and you make these windows real tight. And plus, once he even gets the ball, it ain't like he's got a lot of space to just turn around and face up or do whatever he does. You have to have a big man who's just bump it. All right, as soon as I catch it, he's got to go up. It's harder to set up.
And tell the truth, it is harder to say. I'm not gonna say it's not that hard, but it is harder to set up for sure. Because the way that we ran against a 1-3, because we faced a 1-3-1 a good bit, the way we did it is as soon as that first pass gets made, you have somebody cutting in front of the front of the sandwich. Because then that guy in the front sandwich has to make a choice. Either you stop and cover me for whatever short seconds you got, or I'm getting the ball, or you're just gonna let me get it.
Here's the thing.
Now both you and that block have to come up to get me, and I'm dumping it off to the center.
No, I can see what you're saying. In that situation,
from High Point, North Carolina, how we miss him.
Easy.
Because ain't nobody talk about Bam no more.
Because nobody was talking about Bam like that, and Bam was getting held down by Dylan Brooks at the time too.
That part.
We don't forget that. But in that situation,
you in a minute. It's a big man like Oliver Reeves from Florida Gator.
Bro, we were just talking about him earlier. Like, bro, I saw the photo of this man versus Prairie View, and they said,
I saw him against VCU, and the dude.
It was the VCU dude, and they say, and the caption of it said, "By the way, the guy in the headband, they said the guy in the headband is 6'8". I said he's 6'8". I said, how tall is him? 7'9". So he has the Guinness World Record for being the tallest teenager alive
in college basketball.
No, he got the Guinness World Record of being the tallest teenager in the world at 15. He was 7'5". He got that in 2021. He's from Canada.
I don't know what genetics kicked in for him, but they need.
He's from Canada.
He needs to
what in the maple syrup? I'm from Alaska. What is going on?
He needs to be captured and studied because whatever it was can't be legal, in any state or country.
My thing is this: how is this? We just got Wimby at 7'4", and we already got a kid who's 6 inches taller than Wimby.
It was gonna happen. It was bound to happen.
I didn't think it was gonna happen this soon.
He was 6'4" at 8. That's crazy. Ain't no way.
I ain't gonna lie. I know for a fact he got his birth certificate pulled so many times. I know for a fact he got his birth certificate pulled at every game. Hey,
protesting.
I know for a fact his parents pulled up to every game with birth certificate ready to rock. They cleared it with the rep. They didn't even let the coaches protest. They didn't even let nobody protest. They just pulled out the birth certificate and everything. Say, yes, this is him.
They looked at him. You got his paperwork because that one need papers.
hey, the ref. Here's the bad part. As soon as they started doing the warm-ups, the refs look at the coach. The coach already coming with the paperwork. Like, they know what this is.
Not even that. The coach take it to the front desk when they walk in the gym.
Like, here, we know y'all gonna want this. There's 4 copies in there.
The school ahead of time and says, listen, meet the coach in the locker room. He'll have the paperwork. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Don't worry.
Don't worry. We understand. They took, absolutely. They took blood samples. hey, they just sat there and got the needle. Hey, yo, Ryu, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so hold on. So ESPN put out a quick little update, right?
Uh-oh.
It's about the coaching situation. So they're saying Billy Donovan is expected to be at or near the top of the list.
Did I not say Billy Donovan when we first started talking about this?
You said Billy Donovan, Brad Stevens wouldn't be a surprise. There's another name that I didn't see before, Tommy Lloyd from Arizona.
Ooh. Would he really leave
added to the list.
Arizona though?
And they said they could even gauge UConn's Dan Hurley. I don't
Dan
even think
Hurley would be- I like Dan. Dan Hurley would be a good one.
like I like Dan. And
But
now they said what's
I
the means for the
don't think you could get. I don't think you're gonna get.
Arizona.
I don't think you're gonna get Arizona to leave. But then again, Cobb said, "Best prestige, best show, best stage on earth." That man said it. I can't lie. UNC. Hey, what is Arizona to UNC?
Oh, we got Caden Mingo's little brother,
Nice.
the Penn State guard.
Hey,
So yeah, Dylan Mingo is Caden Mingo's little brother.
nice.
I didn't know that. And still, apparently, we got, even with the 3 recruits we still had a top 10 recruiting class.
I just want us to keep the top 10 in the recruiting class.
And they also pointed out like the retention priorities with Henry Vasar, Jaron Stevenson, and Derek Dixon.
Yeah. I do want to talk about this though, because it goes into the subject we were talking about. I do want to talk about this, and it goes to the subject we were talking about with the Sweet 16 and the women later. And funny enough, it involves UConn, right?
And funny thing is, I just saw the video you was talking about.
Yeah.
On TikTok earlier.
So, and it was funny because I was going to play.
I still don't think she's wrong. And
we'll play the clip. I'll play the clip here for y'all too. So, Syracuse's coach Felicia Leggett-Jack, or Leggett-Jack, depending on who it is. I know some of you Carolina Panthers fans gonna get on me.
It's
Leggett. What?
It's in Kansas, you idiot.
So she was saying in regards to facing UConn, she like thinks it's unacceptable, and she wants to know if it's right. Now, here is the clip they have of her, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for us because I think it is a worthy clip to be understood. It makes sense. All right. Ready?
Yep, go for it.
Can y'all hear it?
Help me
Can y'all hear it?
speak kindly.
Turn the volume up.
About this opportunity, but also have the responsibility. And when I tell my players to woman up, I think I have to do the same thing. And for us to be coming from a 12 and 16, 18, whatever season last year, okay, let's judge me on this season. For us to do what we've done, to continuously have to come to UConn in every single school that I go to, from Buffalo to it's unfair to the young people. I don't know what it is. Somebody said, is there something that they might have against me? If that's the case, then we need to communicate about that. But for us to be what we've done in our body of work, to have to come and play that best team in the country. I mean, Gino has this thing going, and I love what he's done, but I thought deserved a little more respect after being in this business for 37 years, and to have to come and be in this particular bracket every freaking year is unacceptable. It's wrong. It's somebody. And if you're on the committee and you've been around for more than a year or 2 or 5 to 10 or 15 years, you understand what that looks like. I've been on those committees to see how it's done, how you can put people on different lines, put us on get a 10 line, get whatever. But for us to continue to come to Connecticut year after year after year is, to me, it's a personal attack, because I just think that we are way better than what we perform today. But I think what you're going to notice, that everybody that come through Gino and UConn is going to get the raft of what they can bring. I just know this team right here had a strong chance of getting beyond this particular level. And I am hoping that I'm not disrespecting anyone. I'm hoping that I'm not bringing shame to Syracuse by crying spilled milk. But after a while, I've never said anything in this kind of light before. A lot of people are talking about rev share. People, I just want the young people that's in my locker room to have a fighting chance. And I am grateful to be in the NCAA tournament from where we've come from. But I think that we've earned the right to go anywhere outside of a 4-hour radius. That's all I have.
And so, with that, right? With that, and I learned this just about the NCAA women's tournament as I was reading this article. Because I'll admit, when I first saw the clip and I first was reading it, and I said, I mean, yeah, you end up you just ran into UConn. It sucks. So for context, they've run into UConn in the first or second round 3 years straight. Like, this is the third year in a row they've run into them. Here's the thing. So for the women's tournament awards the top 16 overall teams the right to host the first weekend of games, giving like them a mass home court advantage that, mid-majors like can't get. So, there's fewer upsets because they're playing literally at home. And so with that, for the case of these programs geographically located in region powerhouses, it's a near certain dead end before the Sweet 16. Unless they earn a hosting spot of their own, they're often slotted to the nearest location. It's like once the women's tournament basketball committee selects and seeds the 68 field team, it builds a bracket using a series of principles, including travel distance. Teams are technically assigned to a region and first and second round sites in an S-curve order, but taking into account travel distance, mode of transportation, and fan accessibility. The committee prefers teams to travel by bus, if possible, to allow for strong attendance numbers for each team. And that's where I was like, oh, she has a valid point, because then I went and looked at where they were. Syracuse was a 9 seed. They were 24-8. They were 24-8.
Yep, New York and Connecticut right there.
Yep. Syracuse was a 9 seed. They were 24-8. The Southern Cal and Clemson game in the Sacramento bracket was between an 18-12 team and a 21-10 team in Clemson.
Yeah, that tri-state area.
So you easily could have taken this 24-win team and made them the 8th seed in a different bracket, because the other 8 and 9s in the other two brackets were 23-win, 24-win, 25, the same as Syracuse. But then you let Southern Cal go be an 18 seed right there, and the only reason is because you prefer them to be to travel by bus. Let the ladies fly, bro. Let them fly and do what they do.
And not just that, the biggest issue there was Clemson had to fly cross country to get there.
Clemson had to fly cross country, but y'all want to talk about we do this S-curve order, and they had to fly in the Sacramento region.
They had to fly to Sacramento.
But Syracuse can't go to Sacramento?
Shoot, Syracuse can't go to Florida?
So at first I thought the coach was kind of just upset about losing to UConn. But then as I looked more into it, no, I have to agree. Miss Leggett has 1,000% right to be upset.
Like Syracuse couldn't have went to Texas?
Because let's be real, guys. How many times do you think teams
football playoffs determined geographically? Bro, listen,
we never get out of Alabama and Georgia.
Heck,
nobody would ever get out of there.
Isn't even determined geographically.
Right. The men's tournament ain't even. Think about this.
Like,
imagine
it's literally just East, West, North, South, and Midwest. That's it.
Imagine the ACC. Let's say in college football. Imagine the ACC tournament or the ACC title game was always in Clemson the years Clemson was dominant.
I would love that problem. I always like playing against players better than me. Eventually, I would figure out how to beat them. Like,
nobody's saying that playing UConn is the issue.
It's not playing UConn is the issue. It's the fact that they've been set up in that same bracket for 3 years straight.
When there are other teams,
when there's other teams that are flying cross country or are going far or getting put in different brackets, they've been put in the same bracket every year, just to end up being stopgap by UConn every year, despite the fact that you have teams that didn't do as well as they did, getting put or did just as good as they did, getting put in brackets at a much greater distance than they were getting played.
Because
Miami's always play Florida and Florida State first round all the time.
Because let's be real. If, for example, if Southern Cal had gone on to beat South Carolina, right? And that's the other thing. South Carolina had to play in a Sacramento region rather than a Florida region.
South Carolina was also in Sacramento.
But
you agree, but you can play, but you
nobody's complaining about UConn
anyway.
Syracuse is upset because they're having to play UConn in the same region all the time. They're not put across in a different region and just happen to meet UConn at like an Elite 8 or a Final Four. They're cool if they meet UConn that way and just lose. But it's one of those things where it's like, hey, yo, let me see you after I make this deep run and prove that I can knock out all these other great teams so and so. Why do they keep putting me up against you and stopping my shine? But this 18 and 12 team can just get lucky and they get a deeper run because they didn't have to face UConn until the Elite 8.
Yeah, they've been getting hit with UConn round of 64 and round of 32 for the last 3 years straight. When they could have went, just like you said, went and faced them in a Sweet 16 or an Elite 8 situation because the team is good enough to make it that far in. But because you already know that UConn is the dominant force outside of South Carolina in this situation, and you're constantly having to see them first or second game in, it's like, come on.
And you two, like, there's nothing wrong with the mindset. I think we're all competitive in the sense of we want to take down the best players. But at some point, if I have a team, let's say you have a team that goes 30-4, you have a women's team that goes 30-4, right? And you get a 4 seed or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They put you up against UConn because y'all just happen to be 2 states away. When you know you're good, you know your record as a 4 seed is better than the other 4 seeds in different regions. Why aren't you the best 4 seed in a different region? And meeting UConn at a different time. That's the issue she's having. And I get the mindset of you play the best to be the best, you got to play the best. I 100% agree with that.
And then the other thing is
because of geographical location and y'all want us to take a bus instead of fly.
And then the other thing is to me, it's a weird setup to allow your top 16 to have home court advantage. That's
I always
weird
thought that was like that didn't make sense because at the same time, I agree 100% because the men's tournament doesn't do that. The first 4 is always in Dayton, and then they always select like these arenas that are like, hey, this is the region that we're holding these tournaments here, and then boom, and then boom.
Because I'm not against being, let's say your game in the tournament is in the same state that you live in. I don't have a problem with that. But as long as where you're going is neutral ground, I have no complaints. But if I'm having to see you for most of the tournament in UConn every year, playing on your home court every year because you get home court advantage, that's setting you up to fail. So women set up like, and it's exactly set up like NIT. It makes no sense in a national tournament that every team is supposedly having to get home court. I'm supposed to come see you in your home? Why? And when there's neutral sites all over the place we could be at. If I'm in the Fort Worth bracket, we could go to Rice and play at Rice's stadium or Rice's arena or whatever. We ain't got to go to if let's say Texas is home area. We ain't got to be in Texas. We ain't got to be at Texas arena for that. We can go to a mutual place.
You can go
We can go to San Antonio,
Dallas, Texas Tech. You can go anywhere around there, bro.
We can go anywhere else but home court because now it is a mutual site for both of us. Whoever's crowd does show up is whoever's crowd shows up. But at least this way, we know we are both on a court that we are unfamiliar with. We don't know where the hot spots are. We are figuring it out the same way that y'all are. So now we just literally have to beat you. Is a show of I can beat you and you can beat me. That's it. There's no home court advantage because I know the court.
And here's another thing I got for you. You ready? So here's the other aspect that you could do. So they already have next year's men's March Madness set up. They have the preliminary round set up as well as like where everything's going. The first and second round, first and second round. Sorry. You got Pittsburgh, Omaha, Fort Worth, Spokane, Charlotte, Minneapolis, Louisville, Sacramento. Then the regional finals. So basically when you start selecting down to the Final Fours. San Antonio, LA, Kansas City, New York. And then the championships at Detroit. So you already know where those stadiums are, right? It's like you know what those are this year. That means if I'm being honest, you can go ahead and start looking at these stadiums, or at least this year, and be like, okay, what stadiums are we not using for the men's tournament next year that we use for this year? And if that's the case, those can be the neutral sites for the women's tournament next year. You can easily make that switch up. Call me crazy, but I think that's an easy switch up. The only one that I know is still the same is Dayton because that's the first four. But even in, it's like the Pittsburgh game. Pittsburgh games are played at Duquesne. The Omaha games are played at Creighton. Fort Worth, they're played at University of North Texas. Spokane, they're hosted by the University of Idaho.
So, but think you play once a year. How much would you learn playing a team 2 times in 720 days?
You play once a year. How much?
You won't, because you don't know what the turnover was within those 720 days.
I was about to say, that's just it's like you don't know the turnover, you don't know what you're bringing in.
Wonder if it's a money thing, possibly because even looking at the tournament set up for next year, they know where their prelims are and they know where the Final Four is. That's it.
But they got them all set. Like they literally, it's like Minneapolis, hosted by University of Minnesota. Louisville, hosted at, I've been to that Louisville stadium. Sacramento, the Cal State is Cal State. University of Texas is hosting the South region.
She was entirely stressed. She was stressed, upset because she's like, it doesn't make any sense that we constantly see this same team every year. It makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, she's embarrassed, but it's one of those things where she's frustrated with the system, not the team. Had they lost to UConn, and she even gave praise to Gino where it was due, because we all know Gino Auriemma is let's keep it a stack. He's the greatest women's coach out right now, alongside Dawn Staley and Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, they were up 61-20 at 12 at one point. Oh, yeah, no, like
exactly.
They beat walked them. Like
nobody's knocking that. Points. But it's one of those things where that team, that Syracuse team, probably dog walks or beats 60 to 70% of the NCAA tournament. They just happen to run into UConn. And if they were in a different region, they could have showcased that. But now, because they played UConn in the second round and got dog walked in the second round, people are going to look at it and be like, oh, yeah, Syracuse is trash anyways. Like, they weren't that great. And it's like, no, you just ran into the juggernaut.
Because Syracuse was fifth in the ACC. Like, they were tied with Notre Dame in the ACC at 12-6 in conference play. They were 24-9.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just happen to run into the juggernaut.
They shouldn't have been in that bracket. At 24-9, you should not have been in that bracket. If Clemson, who's 21-12, ended up in a Sacramento bracket, Syracuse should have been in the Sacramento bracket. Unless you were legitimately setting these brackets up with literally the best groups based on, like, if the best group went to Fort Worth, then that's one thing. But if you're just setting it up based off of how they got to travel,
and an S curve order, which I'm just like, what? And the thing that gets me that I really don't like is the simple fact that they said they prefer the ladies to travel by bus. You don't have an issue with the guys flying. You don't even have an issue with half the women flying. But it's like they have to fly. Oh, if necessary, if push comes to shove. It's like, bro, let the teams fly and set the bracket up the way it's supposed to be set up. Don't just do it based off of distance. Do it based off how rank them the way it's supposed to be ranked. Put them in the region where they're supposed to be, not based off of distance. Put them where they're supposed to be.
The UConn bracket is women's.
If Syracuse was supposed to be a 6th seed in the Sacramento or the Florida region, make them that 6th seed in the Sacramento or Florida region. Don't put them as an 8 or 9 in the UConn region just because, hey, yo, it's closer to UConn, and try to guise it under, we want the most people to be able to be in attendance. No, take away the home court thing, because let's be real. UConn's playing. You really think UConn in Connecticut is going to let anybody come into their stadium and outpack their stadium? No, it's not going to happen. But if you go to a neutral site, you have a chance for that to happen.
So looking at the first round and the Fort Worth and just the Fort Worth bracket alone, because Fort Worth got 2 different sections of the bracket. Number 1 seed UConn, 35-0. Then you got the 9 and 8 seed Iowa State and Syracuse were 24-8 and 22-10. Then you got Murray State and Maryland was 34-1 and 24-8. Western Illinois, North Carolina 26-6, 27-7. Fairfield Stags and Notre Dame 28-5, 23-10. Howard Bison, Ohio State 26-8, 27-7. Colorado and Illinois 22-12, 22-11. High Point and Vandy 27-6, 28-4. Missouri State and Texas 23-13 and 32-3. Virginia Tech 23-10, Oregon 23-12. James Madison 26-9, Kentucky 24-10. Miami, Ohio 28-7, Western Virginia 28-6. Rhode Island's 28-5, and Alabama's 24-10. Got 2 more. Hold on. Vermont and Louisville 27-8, 28-7. Tennessee and NC State 16-14 and 21-10. Then Holy Cross and Michigan 23-10, 26-6.
Okay.
So it's like,
here's my question.
Yeah, look what's going on. All of such bandies are such a force.
Oh, listen, Vandy done put it together. Vandy done put it together.
They
Them
went
NIL deals is going crazy. But even so, I'm looking at how is Illinois? So let's just say in the region that they're in, right? That Syracuse is in. How are you going to sit there and tell me that 22-11 Illinois deserves a 7 seed, but 24-8 Syracuse is a 9?
It's weird
you
stuff.
see what I'm saying? That's why she's frustrated. You're gonna sit there and tell me that Iowa State at 22-10 is better than Syracuse at 24-8. You're gonna sit there and tell me that Illinois should be ranked higher, who is 22-11 versus 24-8, which is why I say this. They're not ranking this based off of actual record and team. They're basing this off
Off
of
stupid S-curve.
that S curve, the fact that they want y'all to only travel by bus and they're only going to make you fly if you have to or if you're a number 1 seed. That's the reason why South Carolina flew. That's the reason why Clemson flew. But it's not being based off legitimate rankings. So, no, the coach has a legit gripe. If they base this off of actual record and seeded them according to record and just didn't give a damn about whether they got a fly or not, this bracket would have looked completely different.
It looks so different.
And if you take away the home court advantage piece under the like I said, under the guise of, oh, we want to give all teams a chance, like to pack the stadium and travel.
Like,
teams who will travel. Them squads will travel.
And I don't care if it's just for the first week of the tournament. If it's the first weekend of the tournament, like you shouldn't have home court advantage. Period.
No,
you should be able to go wherever across the country, whatever stadium it is, neutral ground and or otherwise. And if you're good enough to be a national champion, you can dominate wherever you go. It should be neutral ground. It should be natural ground, neutral ground wherever you go, whole tournament wide.
Here's the thing. Here's the even crazier part, bro. In AAU basketball, all them tournaments you play in, none of those are in a regular, legit high school. They're on a neutral setting. The Disney tournament that is AAU, the showcase that I played in 2011, that was down in Disney World. I didn't even know they had that sports complex until I found out I was on the AAU squad and we were going.
I didn't know they had it to that lockout to the lockout year.
Yeah, I played in it. I played in the showcase in the AAU basketball showcase in 2011. Didn't even know that the Disney complex had it until then. Yeah, but that was a neutral location that only is used for AAU tournaments. Nobody plays high school games there. Nobody plays. So you have to, for March Madness, the whole key of this is we breaking you up. Y'all go into these regions. Y'all gonna play up here, stay up here, do what you gotta do, and then you meet and get to the championship.
You know what's even crazier? You know what's even crazier? Something else that the men's bracket does that the women bracket doesn't. Because you pointed out some of the locations of Minnesota University hosting one thing and Louisville hosting another. Do you know Minnesota and Louisville probably will never play in either one of those arenas throughout that tournament?
Yeah, never.
Because they purposely do not put
move you away. They purposely move you away because even like I said, that year that Zion and them were at Duke, right? Mm-hmm. They were in the East region. You know what that East region was played at? It was in DC. You want to know why I know that? I was stationed in DC. I was stationed in DC. And the bad part is I thought about going to get tickets. So I was like, you know what? It's March Madness. I might go get some tickets. Bro, they were charging us $600 for nosebleeds because Duke was in that region. Every other region was $400 for nosebleeds.
Check this out. Even the year that March Madness was here in here in Greenville. Did you know? Yeah, South Carolina was in that region, but just because South Carolina is in the same state, that they don't play basketball up here. There's no games played up here until these tournaments come through. They don't play them out here. There's hockey out here, and there's concerts played out here.
Shout out to the Swamp Rapids.
Shout out Swamp Rapids. Yeah, that's it. You don't play no basketball game here until the ACC tournament, SEC tournament, or the national tournament is told to host here. That's it. Even the men's tournament this year, no basketball was played until the men's tournament came in here.
And that's
the SEC or the women's SEC tournament.
The first four is always in Dayton, right? First four is always in Dayton. And this past year was the first time.
Thinking about going to Sacramento to see South Carolina play their next game. I think it should be kind of competitive. Should be.
Who they playing? South Carolina is playing. Oh, they're playing Oklahoma. Yeah, that should be a good.
That should be competitive. Because I thought the USC game was going to be a little more competitive than it was.
It would have been if Juju Watkins was back. If Juju Watkins had been able to play this year, it would have been.
Somebody was talking about next year, that next year nobody's going to be able to see USC next year because of who they got coming in.
How's
the football team looking? Speaking of,
This is how you know this.
We spent a whole lot of time on basketball.
Okay, so Belichick kicked off the season with a presser. So I do have it. And luckily, it's not the full presser. It's just a quick 2-minute excerpt of it. So we're gonna pull that up real quick. Got you. Because
I got your friend request, by the way.
What Cobb say?
Oh, I got his friend request earlier.
Wait, he sent you a friend request?
Yeah.
What, on IG?
No, Facebook.
What?
Yeah.
Cobb, am I not cool enough? Did you send me one?
I shared the live earlier. I think that's how he found it.
Oh, I would like one. I hope I'm cool enough.
He said bet.
So here we go. Hopefully this one's louder.
Davis. The attention for UNC athletics right now seems to be on the future of men's basketball coach Hubert Davis. This comes after a football season filled with questions about Bill Belichick's job. We heard from the football coach for the first time in months today. Sean Gallagher is here joining us now. What's he saying about all the noise around the athletic department, Sean?
Well, Gerald, this may come as a surprise to those who follow Bill Belichick, but not a whole heck of a lot. He kept the focus on his team, and he feels really positive about the offseason that the Tar Heels have had, their first full offseason where they could fully recruit and hire some new staff as well. So a little bit of stability going into the gridiron coming up this season that's unfortunately not being shared with their counterparts on the hardwood.
IG at Tornado McCray.
Bill Belichick is walking a lot lighter this season.
How's your offseason been? What offseason, right?
That offseason, Belichick's first full one with the Tar Heels after a late jump last year. He feels ready now.
We didn't have anywhere near the continuity that we expect to have this year. And I think we have a lot of good leadership coming back from guys that were with us last year.
UNC is looking to improve on its 4-win season from last year, where the media attention was much greater than its record. Belichick's personal life with his girlfriend and reports of a fractured locker room, plus a team that was at times not competitive.
Does the attention feel any different going into year 2?
Yeah. Again, my attention's on the team. So
I think UCLA is going to Final Four and win along with
the stability at Keenan is anything but down the road at the Dean Dome as UNC brass weighs men's basketball coach Hubert Davis's future with the team. Back-to-back seasons getting bounced in the first round. Those tarnished heels the primary focus for fans. Much different than it was just a year ago.
And at least for this week, how does it feel to not be the most talked about coach on campus?
Yeah, I'm really just, again, focused on what we have to do in our team, try to prepare our team as well as I can to have a good, productive day today and build on that tomorrow and practice again on Thursday and so forth.
So remember, I mean, all positive from Bill Belichick today, but a few months ago, we were talking about all the dysfunction in the locker room that we reported on extensively. But team captains Jordan Shipp and Jalen Patterson both kind of put that to bed this morning as well, saying that all the hardships that they went through last year has really bonded them together, making them grow stronger as a team going into this season. On UNC's campus, Sean Gallagher, WRAL News.
Showed up. He has been through the ringer. But
we going to a game this year?
I ain't gonna say nothing yet. I'm gonna wait to actually see the team and then we'll talk about it.
Oh wow! He said we ain't committing no funds.
Ain't committing no funds to it till I see the team.
We can make it.
He said me.
Me. All right, Lord, we all gonna meet up just and cause chaos.
But we'll see about it if the price look right, depending on what the game is. We just might.
That's right there at Tornado McCray. There it is. Yep, if you're looking for me on Facebook, it's just Myron McCray, MYRON.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say this one. At least he was able to tell the truth about it. Like he said, listen, we did not have that continuity last year.
He been saying that since the end of the season, though. Think about it. That's what Lombardi and them kept saying, dude. And like, oh, we didn't get a good jump. We lambasted them for that.
Him not getting a good jump is one thing. He just said we did not have the continuity that we have this year. He said we just didn't have it. They basically just pointed out they weren't gelling. It was not great. but he's more confident this year because, like, yeah, I'm a year in. I kind of understand it now. Let's see how it goes. But I'm just happy to hear just from Belichick, not from Lombardi, because Lombardi talks too much. Lombardi talks too damn much.
He does.
But at least with Belichick, it's like, listen, no, we didn't have it. It clearly didn't end well. We do have some better leadership this year as compared to last year. So we'll see. So we're focusing on the team. Then that's it. Point blank, period. He said we're about to make some noise. I feel you, Kai. Because I know one thing, I ain't about to make it over to Ireland to watch that game.
You mean Dublin?
Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. Same thing. My fault. I'm stupid. My fault. I'm stupid. I said the city.
I think his contact should be something where his kids will at least get an interview. He said, no, sir.
Hey, I'm stupid.
It's all right. I've had moments all week that I just can't read.
Hey,
all right.
He said Ireland. Dublin? Yeah.
Ireland.
No, that reminds me. I think I saw a video somebody said something like that one time. He said, oh yeah, it was kind of like on Endgame. No, Infinity War. Remember when he's like, what master do you serve? He's like, what am I supposed to say? Jesus? He's like, oh, you're from Earth. No, I'm not. I'm from Missouri. Yeah, that's on Earth.
Yeah, it's on Earth.
He's like, oh, you're from no. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm from Missouri. Yeah, that's on
Tell
Earth.
you true. I might go to this Clemson game. I might go to that one.
Wait, that's not in Clemson.
It's in Clemson.
That's why you going, because it's 2 minutes from the house. If you go into that game, then I might as well tag along. Like,
you might as well.
Like, I'm just saying, we were supposed to make a trip of it. We were supposed to make a trip this year.
I mean, we still can. I'm just saying that's because
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. We got what?
So we could also hit up this Duke game too on the 17th of October.
We would do that just to be petty. Which, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for
that game because that game's at Duke.
Exactly. I'd do it just to be petty. It's gonna look like, you know what it's gonna look like? Hey, I got the perfect analogy. Here's exactly what it's gonna look like. We've come to save you. Hey, we've come to save you, people.
From yourselves.
We come to save you. The party after saving the city.
It's like we've come to save you. Yes, it's the Tar Heel fans from yourselves.
Rabble,
it's the Tar Heel fans.
Rabble rouser. Oh, listen. You think I'm going to Duke and not causing issues?
Well, I'm going to Duke and not causing issues. I'll watch him cause issues to save him from himself.
Listen, I'm going. Now, am I getting into like legitimate fights? No. But
we'll talk smack though.
I'm talking all types of smack.
We'll talk all kinds of smack though.
All types of trash. Now, will I probably run away? Yes. And he knows I'm good for my speed. They're gonna have to catch that one.
Shoot, depending on how I feel, we just gonna have to take these L's.
Hey,
we just have to see how it work out.
Hey, they're gonna have to catch me first. And I promise you, hey, I'll put my speed up against a lot of people.
We'll have to see how that squad will work out. That's all I know.
Hey, all you see. Hey, here's the bad part. You would be like, where's Myron? He's supposed to be to the car. You just see me in the distance running to the car. Start the car! Whole pitchfork of people coming. Like, God dang it. Start the car.
You got to catch it. You got to catch it rolling.
Fine. Just keep the window down.
You have to catch it rolling.
Hey, just keep the window down.
And even better, talk about leadership. We got Jordan Ship is seizing the leadership role.
Smoking dust.
Gone. So recently he spoke about being chosen as a leader for the press conference on Tuesday. Says to be pushed more towards the front of the program is just a blessing. My high school coach did a great job in preparing us for that, just telling us, go be yourself, go be true, go be happy, go smile, go be who you are.
And which I
He said
like.
if you look at football, he said spoke if he thought about transferring. He said if you look at football, it didn't really make sense for me to leave. This is where I want to be. I love Carolina with a great coach like Coach Belichick. There's no need to leave. I'm super close to my position coach, super close to the boys on the team. They played a role as well. So hey, I'm glad that he stuck around. Because man,
honestly, if we could talk about this next, if we could talk about these jersey numbers and Sam next week, because I know we've been here for a good amount of time. And a good
there is one quick announcement. So there is potential change coming down the pipeline. They don't know for sure if it's going to happen or not, but the rumor is that the NCAA is looking into starting the college football season earlier.
Okay, so you looking at what I saw earlier too. Okay,
yeah. So they're thinking of moving everyone's games to week 0.
So even the week ones would meet, like the week 1 games will go to week 0.
Would be week 0.
So everybody starts on week 0. I mean, I'm down for it. I never understood week 0. I never understood week 0 in of itself. Like I didn't like that. I'm like, why is it called week 0? I never liked that.
Because I never understood what the difference was from week 1 to week 0. It's
that's what I'm saying. And part of me just wanted to be devil's advocate and say, oh, it's week 0. Well, I didn't take a loss.
Stupid. So the NCAA on Tuesday, NCAA committee is moving towards making a recommendation of pushing up the start of the season for all teams to late August in what now is week 0. Yeah. Such a change can happen as soon as 2027, and would give each team at least 2 bye weeks with a 12-game schedule.
Hey.
So report the the NCAA Football Oversight Committee would have to approve the change, but also noted such a move was seen as low-hanging fruit because it has widespread support as the sport continues to debate the future format of the college football playoff. So it'd be just a shift back. So basically, everybody, instead of have a couple of teams starting week 0, everybody start week 0, thus giving them 2 bye weeks instead of just the 1 bye week. So you wouldn't get an extra game in a 12-week season. You would just get an extra bye week.
All right. Ready for this week's game?
He said it should be noted such a change would not mean the season would end sooner. Thanksgiving weekend is seen as a critical time for the sport with rivalries and the race of the CFP dominating discussion. And the plan would be to keep it at the end of the regular season and start the campaign 14 weeks back. While that would mean 3 of the next 5 years starting on what is now week 0, there will be some years where the season would start on Labor Day weekend, depending on how many weeks is back from Thanksgiving.
I'm calling it now. I'm going to call this now.
Mm-hmm.
Them moving the games to week 0 confirms that they're going to expand the CFP to probably 16.
Maybe.
And the reason being, just so they could have that all of December every weekend type of deal. Mm-hmm. Every weekend's gonna be a playoff weekend. And they've been talking about trying to make it to where the CFP finishes before the New Year's out, or like the championship would be on New Year's Day. So
and it also looks like, so currently with week 0, it looks like week 0 right now is currently used for like the international games. Because now this year, week 0, we're week 0 along with the game in Brazil between NC State and Virginia. So,
and usually week 0 is like the lower schools too, and the FCS schools as well.
Because their season ends before FBS does anyway.
Yeah. But you ready for this week's game?
Yeah, let's see how it go.
All right. So here's this week's game.
Oops, my bad.
Best college player of the 2000s.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord.
And the way we're going to do it, it is around the 64 type of deal. This is all the people. All right. So I got the first thing ready up. Y'all join too. And you know what? I'm going to have no input. This is you, sir. This is you. So you're going to be the deciding factor of this. All right. Caleb Williams versus Justin Blackman.
So you guys are knowledgeable and cool. I had fun chatting here, and I like to subscribe. Appreciate you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Love that, bro.
Come back next.
We're here
next week,
and we're here every Tuesday
at 9.
Every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Sometimes we may be a little late. Sometimes we not, but generally 9 o'clock.
Got a jet. Have a good one, man.
Bro. So let's see here. Caleb Williams versus Justin Blackman. I got to give it to Justin Blackman.
All right.
Sure, Caleb Williams got was Heisman candidate, all that stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin?
Percy Harvin.
All right.
And nothing against Pollock, but there's
Khalil Mack versus Reggie Bush.
It's immediate Reggie.
I thought
and tell you, and nothing against Khalil Mack because he did that at Howard.
Right.
That man put Howard on the map.
Lamar versus you think Lamar is better than Travis?
I do.
Ooh, they're gonna come for you.
That's fine.
Derek versus Roy Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's
Roy
DB
Williams.
Roy.
Yeah, that's DB Roy. Roy Williams was a dog. Ooh. I'm gonna give it to Roy because Derrick Henry was just a freak. It was just a physical freak of nature, really.
Baker Mayfield versus Calvin Johnson. I think we talked about this. Doing what he did at Georgia Tech.
At the time, Georgia Tech was running the offense that they was running. Nah, Calvin Johnson. And once again, big ups to Baker Mayfield for going from where he was to the guy that he ended up being. Props to him.
Facts.
Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly put Boston College on the map.
He did. Oh,
you got to give it to the legend.
I would.
You got to give it to the legend.
I got to. Tua versus AJ Hawk. Underrated matchup here.
I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I gotta give it to Tua.
Hey. Jadeveon Clowney versus man, that's actually that's a good that's good competition. That's good competition.
Because Clowney had highlight among all highlights.
Right. Hey, that ball did not lie.
It did not. But Christian McCaffrey was different.
Hey, Christian at Stanford. Christian at Stanford was a problem.
Give me Christian McCaffrey.
Christian at Stanford was a problem. Jameis Winston versus wow.
AP. What we talking about? What we talking about? Darren McFadden. Because McFadden deserved that Heisman.
Matt Leinart versus that's actually
Mariota. It's Mariota.
That's actually comparable in terms of college QB. That's actually very comparable.
It's Mariota. Matt Leinart had the team behind it.
Luck versus Ingram. And the fact they both got almost the same helmet.
Almost. That's tough too, because Mark Ingram was a bustling, but I gotta give it to Andrew Luck.
And Luck. Devontae Smith versus Cam Newton. Woo.
Because that's another tough one. Because
the last receiver to win the Heisman, and then Cam Newton's 2011 at Auburn.
Because I'm gonna tell you, because Devonta Smith, when they say that man was uncoverable in college,
he was
at there. But we can't sit here and act like what Cam Newton did with that Auburn team wasn't fantastic. Got to give it to Cam.
Right. Dwight Freeney versus Jaden Daniels.
Ooh,
that's a crazy matchup.
Ooh. I'm gonna give it to Jaden only because I don't know a whole lot about Dwight Freeney in college.
RG3 versus Carson Palmer.
RG3.
I was about to say I know what I would win.
hate all of it. Because unfortunately, I have to give it to Tebow, and I don't want to. I don't want to give it to Tebow. I don't want to give it to Tebow. I don't want to give it to him. I don't think he does. I personally don't think he deserves it.
So who you picking?
Tebow wins it. I don't want to give it to Tebow, but I gotta give it to Tebow.
Oh my god. Colt Brennan versus Aiden Hutchinson. I remember Colt Brennan. That boy used to throw the ball like crazy back then.
I don't remember Colt Brennan. So Aiden Hutchinson.
Colt Brennan has I think he still has the all-time passing record for NCAA history for passing yards and passing touchdowns. That boy, I think so. Yeah, that boy was slinging it. It was crazy. I think that man has like 8,000 passing yards in 4 years.
Let's see here. But Deshaun or Will Anderson?
Yeah, that man has 14,000 passing yards in 3 years.
That man had 58 passing touchdowns in his junior season.
And those are still records.
That man threw for 5,500 yards
on a 72% clip. That man was just slinging it, bro. I'm telling you.
I'll admit that man was slinging it.
Caleb Wilson just said, "Thank you, everything, Coach Davis. You're one of the best men and coaches in my life." Yeah.
I'm not even going to disrespect that, man. Good for you, Caleb.
Deshaun, Will Anderson.
Give me Deshaun because bump Alabama.
I mean, I agree. Oh, this is a good running back comp.
Ashton Genty.
Because he did this at Boise.
That man was doing that at Boise.
Vince, I'm sorry. Absolutely. I'm sorry.
For Texas quarterback?
For Texas QB. If you take a Colt McCoy over Vince Young, I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you was watching. Manti Te'o. Absolutely. Like nothing against what Bryce did, but Manti Te'o was he was about to be a linebacker to win the Heisman. Come on now. Saquon. The quad father himself.
Wow.
LT.
Wow.
LT.
Yes.
Nothing against you, Suggs, but LT.
Aaron Donald versus Bryant McKinney.
Aaron Donald.
McKinney.
Bryant McKinney. Listen, McKinney was nice. That was good. That was a lineman that you wanted.
Trevor Lawrence, Toby Gerhart. That's a name I ain't heard in a minute. I ain't heard that in a minute, bro.
As soon as I saw Toby, I'm like, Toby Gerhart.
Toby Gerhart is a name I ain't heard
nobody seen that man in a minute. But I'm giving it to Sunshine.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
But man, Toby was what Christian McCaffrey. Toby Gerhart set up like what Christian McCaffrey is.
Bro, Toby Gerhart. I have not heard that name in a good minute. Leonard Fournette. Give it a pep.
Give it a pep.
Let's go, pep. Monte Ball and Michael Crabtree. Yo, I remember this. Oh my God.
Texas Tech Michael Crabtree was different.
Bro, that tightrope on the sideline is still one of my favorite college plays of all time.
Yeah, Texas Tech Michael Crabtree was different.
I ain't even gonna lie. To you. Texas Michael Crabtree.
Monty Ball was but give it to Michael Crabtree because
Michael Crabtree made me want to go to Texas Tech for a split second.
That part. Like I started playing with Texas Tech.
Say the year he got put on the cover. Hey, I started playing with Texas Tech just because of
Burrow.
that.
It's Burrow.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray was, but it's Joe. It's Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Ed Reed. Why we talk about Ed Reed?
I ain't gonna lie.
Ed Reed.
Amari was crazy though.
I don't care. Ed Reed. So this is gonna be a little controversial, but I'm picking Jabril.
Let me guess. You're picking Jabril based off the versatility.
To be as good as he was with the versatility, but I think defensively in college, Jabril was a better defensive guy than Chase Young. I think Chase Young was able to exploit the advantage of being at Ohio State.
All right. Now we're in the round of 32. Your first round, Cam versus the Pep.
Not Cam versus the Pep Boy.
Pep Boy.
I'll take Cam.
I'm about to say, do it for the plot if you want. Do it for the memes. Lamar versus Luke Kuechly.
One of the most athletic quarterbacks in college history versus one of the best linebackers to go down in both NFL and college history. I'm going to give it to Luke.
Luke! Justin Blackman versus Ashton Genty. Honestly, Justin Blackman, I'm so sad what happened to you now, bro.
Yeah. I hate what
because ain't he in jail now?
I think he was. I don't know if he's still there.
Last I checked, he was in jail. Who you taking?
He was arrested for public intoxication. Serious legal issues. So I don't think he's. Oh, he was recently arrested. He was arrested last year. I don't think he's still in jail though. He was arrested. Like I said, he was just drunk in public. But I'm gonna give it to Justin Blackman because nobody talked about Oklahoma State for a long time until Justin Blackman showed up. But then again,
I mean, Boise State still had the Fiesta Bowl even before Genty.
They did, but the other thing is like the competition level was also lower by comparison. So I've got to give it to Blackman.
Lawrence versus McFadden.
I'm gonna give it to McFadden because McFadden got holding the Heisman, despite the fact that he 100% deserved that Heisman.
Mariota versus Manti Te'o. Both boys from the islands.
Yeah, it was Manti Te'o.
Luck versus Larry.
Give it to the legend.
Larry.
Give it to the legend.
Oh!
That's a matchup.
God.
Ooh, that's a matchup.
Oh my God, that's a matchup. Yo.
I ain't see that coming.
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was about to be a thing.
I ain't see that coming. Oh man, give it to Reggie.
That's crazy.
Give it to Reggie because Reggie ran so Saquon could walk.
I feel like you got that backwards, but all right.
Nope, I said what I said.
That's crazy. Michael Crabtree versus Vince Young.
Vince. It's going to Vince.
I feel like Michael Crabtree got hold here.
He did. He was in the wrong matchup. This is the matchup he should have been in.
Joe Burrow versus Roy Williams. Oh, Joe Burrow versus Vince Young would have been a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Joe. Roy Williams was nice though.
Donald versus Daniels.
Give me Donald.
Aaron Donald. Calvin Johnson versus LaDainian Tomlinson. Damn.
Why we do this?
They just don't care no more.
They don't. Ooh. And they out here with the same face mask.
And they both got the Russell jerseys.
Dang, I ain't got no coin in here.
Do 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 do.
Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna hurt himself later.
I had to
Percy
flip a
Harvin.
coin.
Percy Harvin versus Deshaun.
Percy.
Percy. Aiden Hutchinson versus Robert.
RG3.
Robert. Adrian Peterson versus Jabril Peppers.
AP. I knew Jabril was going to make it. For
Tebow versus Tua. Dang, two things you hate.
Tebow.
How did it get you with two things you hate?
Because it's college football.
Christian McCaffrey. I ain't going to front. I would have paid to see this matchup in the gap, in the A gap.
Absolutely.
I would have paid.
Ed Reed.
I would have paid to see this gap. I would have paid to have seen this matchup in the A gap. Bro.
The winner is Ed Reed, 100%.
I would have just paid to see it. Boy.
That boy.
Oh my God. All right.
Give it to Burrow.
Sweet 16. You said Burrow?
Yeah, it's Burrow.
All right. Calvin versus McFadden.
This is Calvin.
Calvin?
Yeah.
All right. Percy versus Ed Reed.
Ed
this would have been I ain't gonna front. This would have been another good one to watch.
I would really love to see this.
This would have been a really good one to watch, especially in coverage and on like those sweet plays that Percy used to have too.
Oh man.
Oh, that would have been a really
watching Ed Reed come downhill for that boy.
Wow. That's wow.
I'm gonna have to give it to Vince. Give it to the legend.
Two Pittsburgh legends.
Yep, give it to the legend.
The people put Pittsburgh on the map.
Nothing against Aaron, but give it to the legend. Cam.
I do it. I knew he was like, he's like, I finally got a legit reason to get rid of Tebow.
That Tanchu wasn't even that. Well, yeah, legit reason was Cam was his backup. Yeah. Left, went to junior college, then went to Auburn, won the national championship.
True. Reggie. I ain't gonna front. The Saquon one was a harder matchup.
See, the Saquon one was harder. It's Reggie though. And once again, big props, AP. Once again, big props to Manti Te'o because that season was I hated how it ended.
That man almost. Ooh, this would have been this would have been beautiful to watch. You thought the Christian McCaffrey matchup would have been
this game would have been poetry in motion.
Oh my God, I would have paid to see this. I would pay top dollar now to see this, bro.
I would still be paying.
Oh my God, this would have been so.
The moment I paid to see this happen, I'd still would be paying off that today.
Bro,
watching this game.
Here's the bad part. Imagine if it's also for the Natty. Imagine if it's for the Natty too.
And think about it. This was the year after that was a year apart. Like what? Yeah, a year or two apart.
Because Reggie left.
He came in with 05 or 06.
Yeah, 06. Ed Reed was on that 01 team. So it wasn't, they were a couple years apart, but this was like eras. Like Miami had just dominated, and then UNC came on the scene. USC came on the scene.
Man.
Oh, I would have paid to see this. This would have been beautiful. This would have been peak football. This man really got to flip the coin for that one because he don't know. The human highlight reel versus
the human highlight reel.
The human highlight reel. I was, oh my God. Honestly, human highlight reel versus half man, half amazing. That's how that's
really it.
That's what this is to me.
Give me Ed Reed. And the only reason I gotta get Ed Reed is because that man had a much better career after he got out of college.
Oh,
his dominance in college his dominance in college like transcended from out of college into the NFL.
Ooh. Talk about carrying a team.
Indeed.
This is the definition of I'm just gonna carry my team.
It really is.
I'm just gonna carry the team on my back.
It really is. I'm gonna give it to Cam just because Cam ended up winning a natty.
Right. Calvin
Johnson
did everything
went
you
on.
could at Georgia Tech.
Calvin Johnson went on to be a Hall of Famer, certified 8 years over.
I know who I'm picking, and I know why. I know who I would pick.
Tell me who you would pick and why. It's not going to influence who I'm going to pick, but
I'm picking Larry Fitzgerald because of the simple fact of the matter. This was the only man to be allowed to leave college early and go to the draft as a sophomore. Got special permission and everything. Was the only receiver in the Heisman running that year and damn near won it. That man was a problem at Pitt of all places.
Because what got me stuck is that Joe Burrow natty win. That season was magical.
That season, however,
he also did it with two of the best receivers in college football at the time.
Here's the thing, though. We didn't know that until they started that season. We didn't know that until about midway through the season. We were like, dang, they really might be like that. And we like, when the CFP come, they ain't going to dominate nobody like that.
Had Georgia boys looking embarrassed, had Clemson looking embarrassed.
You remember me screaming, get out of man coverage. Stop it.
It was a slacking if nothing else. I'm gonna give it to Larry because once again, you don't get the nickname of Larry Legend for nothing.
All right. Ooh. Now hey, that's an Oklahoma drill I'd love to see. That's an Oklahoma drill I would paint. These matchups generated some of the greatest what ifs I've ever wanted in my life. Oh my sweet Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
Got to give it to AP. I had to flip a coin. There wasn't no way I was going to decide that on my own.
Oh, bro.
There's no way I was deciding this on my own.
Here's the thing. AP at full speed, Ed Reed at full speed, coming downhill. Who wins that?
Nobody, because both of their careers are over.
Oh my God! You said AP?
I'm giving it AP because AP won the coin toss.
Hey, that man said tails never fails. Damn.
Oh, Larry. It's Larry. And unfortunately, AP wins this.
You think so?
I think AP wins it.
So according to you, the greatest football player of the 2000s is Adrian Peterson.
And boy, was that hard.
And if we look at it,
of course they did.
Top answer was Tebow. Second was Cam. Third was Reggie Bush. Fourth was Joe Burrow. 5 was Calvin Johnson. Shout out Calvin. 6 was Johnny Manziel. I think y'all are buying into the Johnny football hype. That's what y'all buying into.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
That
Johnny football hype was worth it. However,
it was that and that one Alabama that went over Alabama.
It was the one win over Alabama that did it.
7 Lamar Jackson. 8 Baker Mayfield.
No, that makes sense. Baker Mayfield's Heisman season, man. If it wasn't for that Georgia game, they would have won a state. They would have won an Natty.
9 Trevor Lawrence and then 10 Travis Hunter. Wow. Did Larry not even make the top 15? Wait, y'all just said Travis Hunter was 10.
Adrian Peterson didn't make top 10.
Wait, so now Ed Reed's 10?
Somebody else is doing this at the same time.
So Ed Reed's now 10, Travis is 11, Adrian 12, Saquon 13, Jameis 14, Aiden Hutchinson 15. Y'all don't know ball about Larry Fitzgerald, bro. I need y'all to learn some ball, man.
I can almost guarantee it's the reason why he's not that high because more people knew Larry for NFL play than they did college play.
I guess.
Which I'll agree to. I didn't know a whole until I saw your thing on him. I didn't really know much about Larry in college either.
If y'all want to know about Larry Fitzgerald, I have a video on my YouTube that does a really good breakdown about it. It is a
pretty good deep dive on Larry Fitzgerald.
So if y'all want it, thank you. I appreciate that. If y'all want it, I think it should be. I'll probably put it in the comment section or something.
Yeah,
but
some of his best work, in my opinion.
But with that being said, sir, it's been over 2 hours, so you know we're on the back end of what we do.
Indeed.
Oh, the hell. Get out of here. There we go. But you know what time it is. Time for. All right, sir. Take it away, Penny.
We're probably about to be talking about the same thing. Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Bad coaching can ruin a good team. We have seen it time and time again. We've seen it recently with Hubert Davis and this Tar Heel squad that we got. Bad coaching can ruin a team. You sit there and wonder what happened. You ask questions all the time. They'll tell you a little bit to nothing. Heck, I can give you more examples. We saw what happened with Atlanta this past season. The Falcons had a really good roster, weapons everywhere, mismanaged, lost games when it needed to, blew leads, all kinds of mess. Bad management and mismanagement on squads will do that every time. Will destroy any momentum you thought you had, because unfortunately, if you don't know how to bring out the best in your players, or bring to the forefront their better skills, then what are we even talking about? There ain't nothing. You're not coaching. You're just throwing at a wall and hopes that the ball comes out clean. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So hopefully with the next regime that comes in for basketball, we get back to at least close to the standard that we're used to seeing. Good teamwork basketball, good sound decisions, and not first round exits, or having the first and second largest blown leads in NCAA history. Thank you, and good night. Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah.
That Hubert Davis coached both March Madness largest deficits?
Yeah.
Largest comebacks.
All right, my turn. Well, explicit warning put into effect. Please let that be known. Explicit warning. Please, I just got to say this, man, because I did good, but my co-host let his feelings out, and we don't do this often, so I'm gonna ask for forgiveness rather than permission on this one. But Hubert Davis, sir, when you look back on this season, you look back on your tenure with Carolina, I want you to be able to ask yourself, what the fuck were you doing? What were you thinking? Because honestly, what the hell was all of that? I don't know what you did. I don't know what you thought. I don't know what kind of shit you were pulling. But I can tell you right now, that was not it. None of that was it. And I am so damn happy that you are gone. I am so glad that you are gone. And I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be it. I wanted you to prove me wrong. I wanted you to prove everybody that you were wrong. But no. No, you had to go and shit the bed the way you did. You had to go and drop the ball the way you did. Up 19 against VCU. All you had to do was start playing your rotational players and getting your starters some rest so they could play down the clutch in the event that VCU made a damn run. What the fuck did you do? Oh, I just stuck with my 6 players because that was my decision. No shit, dog. That's why you're fired. That's why you at home like me right now. That's why you're sitting there looking pome out like you ain't got nothing. I hope for damn sure you don't get a job right away. Because I feel bad for any teenager that's got to be under you as a coach and can trust you. You know what you look like this year? You know what you look like the last couple years? Sir, you look like the equivalent of fucking Doc Rivers. Don't know how to make an adjustment worth a damn. Blowing leads left and right. And we all know that's what Doc Rivers is known for. Only man to blow multiple 3-1 leads in the NBA. You the man that holds our biggest deficits in UNC history. So no. And it sucks because you came after Roy, you worked under Roy, you know the blueprint, you know what North Carolina stands for, and this is how you go out. Fucking pitiful. And I fought for you. And you proved me wrong and made me look stupid. So good riddance, dog. I ain't got nothing to say. We might get a verbal for this, but it is.
Might get
rid of this. It is.
But anyway, appreciate y'all for coming out.
Forgiveness, not for permission. I ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Listen, man. Yeah, once again, guys, appreciate everybody for coming out, watching the show. Remember, see us every Tuesday, 9 p.m. right here. Same bat day, same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh,
y'all stay safe.
Oh, the next episode is going to be a special one. You want to know why?
Why?
It'll be our 1 year.
Oh, dang. Already?
Yeah, next episode is going to be our 52 weeks. It'll be our 1 year.
That's crazy.
Hey, join us for the 1 year anniversary, bro.
Yeah.
Join us for the 1 year anniversary. Yeah. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, once again, here, Tuesday, 9 p.m. See y'all next week. Y'all stay safe out in these streets.
We out of here.
Peace.